And joining me now to discuss the fascinating journey of mobile phones is Sadiq Nasser, an expert systems analyst. Welcome to the program, and thanks for joining us today. Starting off, why would you say there's such a high level of interest surrounding the evolution of mobile phones?
Well, it's interesting because when you look back a few years ago, we had mobile phones that had smaller screen, but right now we have moved to a bigger screen. And largely, a lot of these innovations are driven by new advancements in technology. For instance, when you look at the very first iPhone, at that time when it came out, it was revolutionary. Revolutionary because it was a phone that had a big screen that allowed you to do so many things. And as a result of that, it set a benchmark for other mobile phone providers or developers to be able to come up with solutions that meet the market. And ever since that, there has been a lot of changes. And these changes are really driven by a lot of research, a lot of innovation, and a lot. Of course, it's important to understand that it's driven by the user experience. What the users want to drive this market, because a lot of these mobile phone manufacturers actually carry out surveys, research extensively to find out what does the market want, what are the research gaps, and how do we fill it. That's why we've been seeing this continuous evolution over time.
So on one hand, this is driven by research, and then on the other hand, it's also driven by user demand. So is it safe to say that this is a two-way thing?
Yeah, it's a very two-way thing, like you've mentioned. For instance, there's what we call in research and development. So every 18 months, they tend to be new technological innovation in terms of hardware. And of course, on the other hand, you have user experience. Users tend to demand things in a certain way. And these researchers or the developers of these mobile phones are actively watching, looking out for what are these requests coming back, what are the feedback coming from the side of the users, and then they incorporate this to deliver value. And of course, the user experience is something that you just have to be hands-on on it. What I mean by hands-on is a lot of these mobile phone manufacturers come up with a lot of ideas, but end of the day is the users of this mobile phone that would drive the acceptance, that would drive the market, and would drive the future innovation.
Something that's become a really big factor for phone users is the camera. Is it safe to say that the quality of the camera is actually the primary motivation for upgrading your cell phone?
If you look back a few years ago, we had a mobile phone as a separate device. We've got the camera as a separate device. But over time, the cameras, everything is getting better and better. And then right now we have a single phone that can carry out a lot of these features. So you find a lot of organizations, rather than having big bulky cameras and having all the accessories to go with, you just have a single phone that allows you to do mobile streaming, web streaming on these devices on the go. So because of the accessibility and because of the efficiency that we have on this mobile phone, then you discover that a little phone that you probably bought for a couple of thousands of naira can actually do similar features to what a more advanced camera could do. So because of that, organizations are adapting mobile phones to carry out their virtual meetings and their social engagements online.
Really exciting stuff, and we'll continue this conversation shortly. As we look ahead, the future of mobile phones is filled with exciting possibilities. Let's take a quick break for our next feature, Mobile Projections for 2030.